Hi friends, today we discussed about the profit maximizing point under perfect competition. So usually everyone or the who is going to start the business, their main intention is to earn profit. No one start their business in order to incur loss. Correct. Knowingly or unknowingly, sometime beyond our control, there may be a chance of incurring loss. That is different. But usually, whoever they start their business, their expectation will be maximizing their profit as well as wealth maximization. But as I already told you, in the perfect competition market, the price is going to be assumed as constant or uniform. But also, how do the seller or the firms under perfect competitive market maximize their profit? So before going to understand how the profit maximization under a perfect competitive market, let us understand what is this market, what is this profit, and coming to the next one, how the profit maximization can be done under perfect competition. So let us come with the meaning of profit. Well, so profit is the outcome of risk bearing or risk taking. Whoever they take a risk, they can earn the profit. So here, how do you economically say what is this profit? So profit is the outcome of the extra efforts or the activities or the economic activities done in a business organization. Well, so if economically, if we say that the over and excess, over and above of the revenue over its cost, then we are going to call it as a profit. If the total revenue which exceeds the total cost of a firm, then what the excess amount it comes as a surplus amount, and that is what we are going to call it as a profit. So that is how we say profit. Profit is the outcome of a firm holder or businessman by the risk taking. Okay. Profit is the outcome of a businessman by the risk taking. For his risk taking, instead of that guy, we can make for his risk taking. And if you go, the meaning of this profit is the excess amount or revenue over and above of the firm's cost, apostrophe S, the firm's cost. Okay, which means profit is the excess revenue over and above of the firm's cost. The total expenditure which has been incurred by the firm, so over and above what the revenue the firm is going to gain, that revenue itself is going to call as a profit. So if you write symbolically, so how you write means symbolically, TR minus TC is equals to profit. Now here we are going to represent profit by pi symbol. This is going to be profit. When total revenue exceeds the total cost, then the difference amount is going to be the profit. In other words, we can also say, as per this the symbolical board what we have written here, profit is the positive difference between total revenue TR and TC. So one more meaning you can just give here. Profit is the positive difference between total revenue and total cost. That is what we have written here. TR minus TC is equals to profit. So now in this case, that I also told you that we are going to represent profit by pi symbol. So how does the firm in perfect competition that they tries to maximize their profit? So that is what we call it as profit maximization point. Profit maximization under perfect competition. Perfect competition. Profit maximization under perfect competition. How do they maximize their profit even though as the price is assumed as constant? Well, so if we see the profit maximization point can be done under perfect competitive market at one particular point at one quantity level, and that, say for example, assume that as a Q naught. Here firm tries to maximize its profit at one particular quantity level. Here we are assuming what is that quantity level, that is Q naught. Apart from this Q naught, remaining any of the quantity levels, either the firm may produces more or may produces less. The firm earns the profit but not the maximum profit. It is less profit compared to at the quantity level of Q naught. So for here the firm earns maximum profit only at one quantity level, and that is the Q naught quantity level. Well, so at the Q naught quantity level, if a firm earns the maximum profit, it has to fulfill three important conditions, and there are conditions must be fulfilled. It has to fulfill three conditions. The first condition, P must be marked equals to MC. P equals to MC, which means if a firm under perfect competition wants to earn the maximum profit at one particular quantity level, it has to fix the price where the price must be equal to the marginal cost. This is the first condition. Coming to the second condition, the marginal cost curve, the MC curve must be the MC curve must be non-decreasing at Q naught. Which means the second condition says that the marginal cost curve, which is going to be there at a profit maximization point, that should not decrease at the profit maximization point or at the Q naught, the quantity as we have assumed. This is the profit maximization point. So at this point, the marginal cost curve should not decrease, it may increase. This is the second one. If I go with the third one, P must be greater than or equal to ABC in the short run, AC in the long run. The third condition here is the price which is fixed by the firms, or here I have told the firms not going to fix the price, but the price which is already there in the market, if it is greater than or equal to the average variable cost in the short run and it is greater than or equal to average cost in the long run, then we can say that is the profit maximizing point in the perfect competition. So these are the three conditions. The condition one is the price must be equals to marginal cost. The second condition, the marginal cost curve should not be downward sloping at profit maximization quantity level. And the third one, price must be greater than or equal to ABC in the short run, AC in the long run. Once if it fulfills all these three conditions, then we can call that as a profit maximizing point under perfect competition. So let us understand these three conditions, how it is going to be fulfilled in the perfect competition with the help of diagram. Well, so here we are going to understand profit maximization under perfect competition. Well, this is also very important from the point of examination in the board exam and also for several competitive exams. So as already told, here profit maximization under perfect computation can be done by fulfilling three conditions, and that how it conditions are going to fulfill. Let us go through with the diagram here. Y-axis, y-axis. This is the price line. This is the MC curve, or you can just write SMC, and if you go with short term cost, then you can just say here. Well, so come to this here. This is one quantity level, and I take one more quantity level. Just take Q1. This is going to Q0, Q2, Q3. Well, and here I write X, and here I write quantity sold 0. Here revenue and cost Y. This is price E, that is average revenue curve, marginal revenue curve, and DC curve. Okay, so now you just apply the first condition here. P must be equals to EMC, and here you can just take this is A, at point this you can take B. Well, now observe the diagram here. So by applying the first condition, what is the first condition? P must be equals to marginal cost. Look at the diagram where the price equals to the marginal cost. So this is the price line and this is the SMC, short-term marginal cost curve, where actually that P is equal to marginal cost or SMC. So now you can observe this is the point and this is another point where in these 2 points marginal cost curve is equal to price. Clear? Which means at Q1 quantity and Q0 quantity, both the quantity levels where they are going to fulfill the first condition, P equals to MC, that is marginal cost. But can you say the point is the profit maximization point? No, we cannot accept. Why it is not profit maximization point? Because it will not fulfill the second condition. Of course, both these two conditions, point A and B fulfill the first condition. They fulfill the first condition, but both look at there whether they fulfill the other condition also. At the point A, at quantity level Q1, point A does not fulfill the second condition. What was the second condition here? The second condition, EMC curve must be non-decreasing. Must be non-decreasing. Okay? So non-decreasing at one quantity, that Q0 quantity. So now at this A, only it fulfills first condition, that can be accepted, but it will not fulfill the second condition. So point A is not the profit maximizing profit point. Well, coming to the point B, look at point B. Of course, it fulfills the first condition and apply the second condition. Before going to this point B, look at quantity level Q2 and quantity level Q3. So quantity level Q3 is exactly at the price, and you may say that it earns a profit, but not fulfills the first condition and also not fulfills the second condition. And also at quantity level Q3, it is on there on SMC, but it's not there on the price line. Again, it's also not fulfills the two conditions. Either it may be first or it may be the second condition. Therefore, both these two are not going to fulfill the conditions, and these are not the profit maximizing quantities. What are those? Q2 and Q3 are not the profit maximizing quantity levels, as these two are not fulfill the conditions. So we reject these also. And coming to a point B, as I was speaking about the point B fulfills the first condition, that is this is the price line where it exactly equal to the SMC curve. Both are intersecting each other, which means both are equal at point B. So that point B fulfills the first condition where P equals to marginal cost curve. and apply the second condition here. Marginal cost curve must be not decreasing at the profit maximizing point. So here if I see this is not decreasing, it is increasing. At this point the profit, that is what short-term marginal cost curve is increasing but not decreasing, then it also fulfills the second condition. Well, so therefore we can say that at point B is the profit maximizing point. Point B will be accepted as profit maximization point. Why? Because it fulfills both the conditions. What are the conditions? P is equal to SMC. Yes, this is the price line where it exactly equal to SMC. The first condition is fulfilled. The second condition is marginal cost curve must be, that is not decreasing. Here in this case it is decreasing, so that we have rejected. But here it is increasing, so it is accepted. So point B is the optimal point or profit maximizing point, and the quantity level Q0 is the profit maximizing quantity level. And at this point the third condition must also be fulfilled, greater than equal to, P must be greater than equal to ABC and AC. If you take it is a short run, the price that is fixed here, that must be greater than or equal to average variable cost, and that must be greater than equal to average cost in the long run. If once the point or the quantity level which fulfills all these three conditions, then we can call that as a profit maximization quantity, or by this way the firms under perfect competition always tries to maximize their profit at one particular quantity level. You can just observe here, you can have so many different quantity levels, but only at Q0 the firms reaches the profit maximization. So we reject Q1, rejected Q2, and also we have rejected Q3, and only we have accepted Q0, and that is why it fulfills all the three conditions. And this is how the firms under perfect competition tries to maximize their profit at one particular level, quantity level, by fulfilling these three conditions. I hope you have understood this concept, and remaining things we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you so much.